What if the biggest reason people stay broke has nothing to do with money? Because every single day, millions of people repeat habits that quietly destroy their future. And the scary part? Most of them don't even realize they're doing it. Today, we're breaking down 15 habits that keep people poor, while the rich avoid them at all costs. Some of these will sound harsh. Some might even offend you. But if you're serious about leveling up your life, you need to hear this. Because one of these habits could be the exact thing holding you back. Let's begin. Number 1. Poor people consume entertainment all day. Think about it. Hours of reality TV, celebrity drama, endless scrolling, sports highlights, random YouTube rabbit holes. And suddenly the entire day is gone. Rich people understand something most people ignore. Attention is currency. Every hour you spend watching other people win is an hour you're not building your own life. The dangerous part isn't entertainment itself. It's escape. Because distraction feels productive. It feels relaxing, but over time, it becomes addiction. And addiction quietly kills ambition. The rich don't spend their evenings asking, "Who got eliminated from a reality show?" They ask, "How do I increase my income? How do I gain leverage? How do I buy back my freedom?" That single shift changes everything. And speaking of things that destroy your future, number 2, poor people destroy their health for convenience. Fast food, sugar, energy drinks, sleeping at 3 a.m. Then they wonder why they feel tired, depressed, and unmotivated. Your body is your operating system. If your brain is exhausted, your decisions get worse. If your energy is low, your discipline disappears. And if your discipline disappears, your future usually follows. Wealthy people treat health like an investment. Poor people often treat it like an afterthought. Because here's the brutal truth. You can't build an extraordinary life with a weak mind and a neglected body. And yet most people continue making one terrible mistake. Number 3. Poor people buy things to look rich. Expensive shoes, designer logos, the newest iPhone, luxury items bought entirely for attention. But rich people? They buy assets first. Because real wealth is silent. The person driving the loudest car in the parking lot is usually trying hardest to prove something. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy person often looks completely normal. Why? Because rich people care more about ownership than appearance. Poor people ask, "How can I look successful?" Rich people ask, "How can I become successful?" Massive difference. And it gets even worse when debt enters the picture. But before that, number 4, poor people wake up with no purpose. Now listen carefully. This isn't about waking up at 5 a.m. to post motivational quotes. It's about direction. Most people wake up and immediately enter reaction mode. Phone notifications, messages, TikTok, emails. Their entire day becomes controlled by other people. Successful people are different. They wake up with intention. Even if they start small, they're moving towards something. A business, a skill, a goal, a vision. Because drifting through life is expensive. Years disappear faster than you think. And one day, you wake up realizing everyone else moved forward, while you stayed in the same place. Now here's where things become dangerous. Number 5. Poor people use money emotionally. They feel sad. They shop. They feel stressed. They spend. They feel insecure. They buy status symbols. Retail therapy feels good for a moment. But debt doesn't disappear when the excitement fades. Rich people understand this. Every dollar is a worker. And your money should be building your future, not financing temporary emotions. That's why wealthy people often look boring financially. Because discipline is usually boring. But being broke forever, that's far more painful. And speaking of pain, number 6, poor people blame everyone else. The government, their parents, their boss, the economy, successful people. Now look, Sometimes life really is unfair. Some people absolutely start behind. But blaming the world changes nothing. The rich focus on one thing: control. What can I improve? What can I learn? What can I build? Because victim mentality is comfortable, but it's also a prison. The moment you take ownership of your life, your mindset changes completely. And that mindset affects something incredibly important: your circle. Number 7. Poor people stay around negative people. This one destroys more futures than almost anything else. Because energy spreads. If everyone around you complains, you'll complain. If everyone around you wastes money, you'll waste money. If everyone around you believes success is impossible, eventually, you will too. Your environment quietly programs you. That's why successful people protect their circle aggressively. They spend time around builders, thinkers, creators, ambitious people. Because motivation fades, but environment lasts. And sometimes, the hardest part of growth is realizing you've outgrown certain people. Now here's a habit almost nobody talks about. Number 8. Poor people avoid learning after school. The average person stops learning the moment they graduate. No books, no courses, no new skills. Just entertainment every night for years. Meanwhile, the wealthy become obsessed with self-education. Because the modern world rewards valuable skills. Communication, sales, marketing, investing, technology. The more problems you can solve, the more valuable you become. And the scary part? Most people already know this. They just never act on it. Which leads perfectly to the next habit. Number 9. Poor people never follow through. They have ideas. Great ideas. Business ideas. Content ideas. Investment ideas. But they never execute. They wait for the perfect moment. And that moment never comes. Meanwhile, someone less talented, but more consistent, takes action and wins. Successful people understand something powerful. Momentum beats perfection. Your first attempt will probably suck. Your first video, your first business, your first product. But winners improve while moving. Losers stay frozen while overthinking. And over time, action compounds. Now let's talk about one of the biggest financial traps in modern society. Number 10. Poor people spend money they haven't earned yet. Credit cards, car loans, buy now pay later apps. People finance lifestyles they can't actually afford. And slowly, their future income becomes trapped. Every paycheck already belongs to somebody else. Rich people use debt differently. They use it to buy assets, businesses, investments, things that generate more money. Poor people often use debt for consumption. And that single difference changes entire lives. But there's another hidden trap nobody expects. Number 11. Poor people chase comfort constantly. Comfort feels safe. Sleeping in feels good. Skipping workouts feels easy. Avoiding risk feels relaxing. But comfort has a hidden cost. It slowly kills growth. Every successful person you admire went through years of discomfort, failure, embarrassment, stress, uncertainty. The people who win in life aren't fearless. They just learned how to move despite fear. And that's rare. Because most people quit the second life becomes difficult. Which brings us to something extremely important. Number 12. Poor people never save money. Not because they can't. Because they don't prioritize it. Even small savings create freedom. Freedom to leave toxic jobs. Freedom to invest. Freedom to survive emergencies. Freedom to take opportunities. Without savings, every problem becomes a crisis. And crises keep people trapped. Wealthy people understand one thing. Money equals options. The more options you have, the more control you have over your life. Now here's one that might upset some people. Number 13. Poor people care too much about other people's opinions. They want approval. They're terrified of looking stupid, terrified of criticism, terrified of failing publicly. So they never start. But successful people realize something freeing. Most people are too busy worrying about themselves to think about you. The moment you stop living for validation, your life changes. Because greatness almost always looks weird in the beginning. And finally, the biggest habit that keeps people poor. Number 14. Poor people believe someone is coming to save them. A politician, a rich relative, a lucky break, a miracle. But the truth is brutal. Nobody is coming. Your future is your responsibility. That sounds harsh, but it's actually empowering. Because once you accept that, you stop waiting. And you start building. One skill at a time. One decision at a time. One disciplined day at a time. That's how lives change. Not overnight, but slowly, quietly, then all at once. And here's the craziest part. Most wealthy people didn't start extraordinary. They just avoided the habits that destroy everyone else. So ask yourself honestly, which of these habits are secretly holding you back? Because awareness is the first step. But action? That's what changes everything. And if you made it all the way to the end, you're already different from most people watching. Comment, "I'm building my future," and start proving it with your actions.